Let's now go ahead and understand the VLOOKUP function. It is basically the vertical lookup function that we're going to understand. We'll use this example and it'll be very easy for you to learn what this function actually does. Now, what does this example say? It asks us to open the VLOOKUP referencing data Excel sheet. I have that Excel sheet here in front of us. This is the referencing VLOOKUP data sheet. It is basically asking us to extract the following information such as the stock price and market cap for ExxonMobil Corp and Chevron Corp, and we're supposed to use the VLOOKUP function. What you see over here is needed, and we're going to use the VLOOKUP to do that. These are the ticker names. Ticker is basically a unique ID. As in this company, ExxonMobil Corp is given this ticker name, a unique name, which is the Exxon US equity, which would not be shared with anyone. This is a unique kind of an identity that is given to any particular company. So on the stock market, if you see, each company is given a ticker name, which is a unique name, and that ticker name represents that particular company. What all we are supposed to extract is the name of the company, their stock price, and their market capitalization. We'll do that by referencing it to the referencing sheet, which is this. If you have a look at this sheet, you will find that we have comprehensive data about equities. So these are the ticker names. Okay, so these are basically the ticker names. This is the name of the company. And there's other information that has been given over here. As in this PX last is the price of the share, currency adjusted market capital, currency, which is the currency, it is USD, whatever currency it has been mentioned. So on you'll find that there is a lot of information that has been given up in this particular sheet. Now, where is this VLOOKUP useful? This VLOOKUP is used, and it is useful when you have a set format like this. We already have a set format that we requires this kind of data from our full data. Okay, if you have a look over here, there are various things that have been mentioned. This is typically because these kind of data are available from sites like Bloomberg. So if you're preparing a financial model or if you're doing valuation, you extract certain piece of information from this whole data sheet. Okay, so this extraction of data in a particular format is done using VLOOKUP. Okay, so we're going to basically extract data, hunt for data. So let's do that. What I want over here is, if this is the ticker, I want what is the company's name, I want to know their stock price, and I want to know their market capitalization. So how do we do this? It's quite simple. We're going to use the formula, VLOOKUP formula, in order to do that. So let's start using the VLOOKUP formula, and it will be very easy for you to understand. Now, what does this VLOOKUP do? It looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table and then returns a value in the same row for a column you specify. By default, the table must be sorted in ascending order. Now, one thing before we use this formula, you need to remember that the leftmost column, which is the ticker over here, needs to be unique. There shouldn't be any repetition of data. Each of this should be a unique ID that tells us about that particular company. Okay, so before we do that, just ensure you need to be absolutely clear that the first column should contain unique IDs only. So going back to this sheet and using the VLOOKUP formula, the syntax says that first of all you need to put in the lookup value. The lookup value that we're supposed to find is this, which is there under E19. So we just need to find, we want to look up for this, we want to hunt this in the entire database, right? So we are selecting that. Next, it asks for the table array. The table array needs to be linked to our data sheet. So we go to the data sheet over here, and now we need to select the database. I'm going to select the entire database, which starts right from B14 to, okay, so it's B4 to R51. Once you have selected this, just keep your cursor over here under formula bar and hit comma. We have put the lookup value, we have put the table array. Now it is asking for the column index number, which means that you are supposed to specify which column number will have that data, right? Since we want the name, it will be a 2. Again press a comma, and now it is asking for the range lookup, whether you want it to be an approximate match or an exact match. Since I want it to be an exact match, I'm going to put in 0, or you can type in false, or you can also put in a 0, which also means the same, and close the bracket. I'll explain you the formula again, but as of now you just need to remember that we have linked the lookup value, we have selected the array, we have given the column number. Since we want the name, I put in the column number 2. This is column number 1, this is column number 2, this is column number 3, 4, so on and so forth. Okay, so now we have the column number in place, and it at the end it asks you whether you want an approximate match or an exact one. Since we are dealing with finances of the company, and it is extremely crucial that you provide only the right information, exact information, it is important that we put in a 0 only, which implies that we want an exact match to this data. Once this formula is in place, you just need to hit enter, and you'll find that the name of the company is now visible over here. ExxonMobil Corp is the company's name, which automatically came in when we specified that this is the ticker we want. Please find us the name of that company. So you don't have to locate that company in this huge database. We'll do a bit of referencing over here so that we can now copy paste this formula. So using F4, I have referenced this. Now I also want to find out the stock price and the market capital. I'm going to use the same formula, so I'm just going to copy paste it, but there'll be a small difference to it. Here, the referencing of the data is fine, the array is fine. What we need to change is the column index number. What we want is the stock price. If you come back to the data sheet, you will find that the stock price is available right here, which is column number 1. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So what we need to type in over here instead of 2 is 3, and again since we want an exact match, we'll keep it 0 only. So here we arrive at the stock price. Let's use the same formula and calculate the market cap. For market cap, we'll have to check which column has the market cap. Column number 4 has the market capital. So we need to change this. So now what we have in place is ExxonMobil Corp, the name of the company with that unique ticker, the stock price, as well as the market capitalization. Let's go back and manually check if all this information is correct. If you have a look at this, it is XOM US equity. Let's find XOM US equity. Here it is. Okay, so the name of the company is ExxonMobil Corp. Perfect. The stock price is 91.92. If you just adjust the decimal points, it's the same thing. And the adjusted market capital is 502,217, which is exactly the same thing over here as well. Okay, so we have extracted a piece of information from another sheet using VLOOKUP. We can do the same thing for CVX US equity. Just copy paste this formula, and there'll be a slight change that you have to do. Instead of E19 over here, what you need to select is E20, and let's freeze this and press enter. We just need to change the columns over here. This will be 3 and this will be 4. Fine. So CVX US equity, here it is, Chevron Corp, and the stock price and the market capital. So this is like really very easy. There's only one thing which you need to take care of, which is one is using the column index correctly and then finding out the exact match. If you don't keep it as the exact match, there will be a problem. Let's see what happens if we do not keep it as the exact match. Let's say I change this ticker to ABC. If you As soon as you do ABC, you will find that hash not applicable error comes in. That is because we have kept this as 0, as in we have told that the range lookup should be exact. Let's say I don't keep it exact. Okay, I keep it as an approximate match and press enter. Then you will find that the stock price has come in. Let's change this also, approximate match. And you'll find that we have a company name SK Holdings Company Limited. Although this company does not have the ticker name ABC, this got displayed because we took the option of an approximate match. So that is what we are not going to do. Since your data is extremely important, it is very crucial for finance people or anyone who is into managing the financials of a company. It can be very risky if you are taking any approximate value or a match. Always take the exact match. So it will again show ABC. What you need to do is we just need to come back to our original data. Okay, so this is how you can use the VLOOKUP functions, and we can have comparable tables with the help of this. You can list down various other companies you want to compare and then directly compare their stock price and market capital. Fine. So this was VLOOKUP function. Let's now move ahead with next function.